Hello and welcome to the Valley. Today I am your host, Janet Michael. It is Luray Page Day, so I am back on the Zooms with Gina Hilliard. She is president of the Luray Page Chamber of Commerce. Gina, we're sitting here mid-January and I have to ask, are all of your Christmas trees down and your holiday decorations put away?
I wanted to keep up my living room, just sitting and watching TV and the fireplace and all that. So my living room trees are up, which is only four. I did take down one. All the decorations in the living room are still up, but I did take down all the others. The bedrooms are gone, the downstairs living room's gone, the kitchen ones are gone. From 12 trees down to four. So I'm doing better.
You are not going to be happy when you hear what I am about to tell you.
Oh
You
no.
remember our last conversation? I had the tree up and it had the lights on it.
Yes.
Well, that's all that ever happened. It sat
You
in the
should
living
have
room for
called
3
me.
weeks. It was a real tree, 3 weeks, had the lights on, and never saw a single ornament or decoration.
Well, next year you call me and I'll come help.
That may end up being what it takes because this was a shortened visit this year from Josh because there was weather moving in Scranton, so he had to get back before the weather hit there, and then he had an issue with his car, ended up buying a new car while he was here. Merry
Oh,
Christmas to
wow.
him. Yeah, all of the fun things. So it was just a bit of a chaotic Christmas in the Michael household, but I thought Gina is never going to forgive me for getting that tree and only putting lights on it.
Yes, that was a bare tree. And yes, next year I will come help you.
Well, I'm excited to meet your guest today because I feel like she's probably going to be somebody who all of the people out in listener land that have made these New Year resolutions that they want to be healthier or they want to try something new, she's going to be able to help them with that.
Absolutely. She is a great asset to our community, and I can't wait to hear everything that she's about to share.
So, Marcy Campbell is joining us. She is the owner of Downtown Studios Unlimited. They are located, of course, in Luray. Marcy, thank you for taking the time to chat with Gina and I today.
Thank you for having me. And I'm actually co-owner. So I have a partner in my crime, and her name is Tammy Landis. And she opted not to do the radio interview with me, however.
When she finds out how
It's all
much fun
good.
you had, she's going to be very
Right,
disappointed that she
right,
missed it.
right.
So, give me a little history, a little background. Tell me a little bit about how you got this business started and what it is exactly.
Both Tammy and I were instructors of group exercise when the building in town was known as the Luray Fitness Center. We both started there, but that was, do I dare say, back in the 80s, 90s? But we've been group exercise fitness instructors since then and have always enjoyed and loved the idea of having a group exercise venue just because some people aren't as motivated to do it independently as they would be with the help and support of others or the push from others. So we provide that in our community with the classes that we offer, and we try to make sure that we offer enough classes that will fit all levels and all abilities. And so, like you said, if somebody just wants to start something new and try it out, we have a place for that, as well as the experienced person that's been working out for a long time and just wants to meet new people or try something different.
It really does check a lot of boxes when you think about it's something you can do with your group of girlfriends. It's
Right,
something you can do by yourself and meet a new
right,
group of
right.
girlfriends. And if you've never done any of this before, that doesn't matter because likely none of the
Yes.
other people in the class have either.
Right. Yeah. And then the instructors are there to tailor it for the folks that come in. We have, like I said, a wide variety of classes and ability levels. A lot of times, too, what folks will do is they will get in contact with me and I will help tailor them to the right classes. So they aren't just kind of wandering in and just end up in a class that they may feel uncomfortable in or that, oh, this is a little too hard for me or this is a little too easy for me. And so I try and tailor it to fit them individually. And it works. And I will say that we do have a lot of folks that come in that are new to the area and say, I came here not just to work out, but to meet people and have come out so happy that they came because they're like, I finally feel like I know people in the community and I can can relate to that. So I always love when they do that. Makes me feel
So
happy.
when you talk about having these different types of classes, when you mentioned the 80s, all of a sudden Richard Simmons popped into my head and all Jane Fonda in
Of
her
course.
aerobics
Yes.
and her leotards and leg warmers and all that sort
We're
of
not
thing.
quite that bad. Yeah.
What kinds of classes do you offer?
Anything from what we call Fit for Life, which is a very good beginner class, which we offer twice a week in the mornings on Mondays and Wednesdays at 9:25, to cycling. We have yoga classes, a couple morning gentle yoga classes for those who are just looking for more like a stretch. But then we have evening yoga classes that are more of a challenging workout yoga. We offer some step aerobics. We have weight training. We have bar, Pilates, meditation, and then a lot of fusion classes, which just incorporates a couple exercises within a class, like a cycle fusion, where we would be on the bike for like 20 minutes, and then you get off and you do some strength work for 10 minutes, and then you get back on and off. There's really just anything for everybody. And a lot of folks too will say, well, I walk, I do a good walking routine, which is wonderful and a great place to start. But if you're looking for that strength and balance and the other important things that we need as we get older, and you to incorporate that with your aerobic activity, a class like this is very helpful just because you have somebody that knows what they're doing and can help offer suggestions or help show you how to do it correctly.
A lot of people have heard of yoga, obviously,
Right.
and most people, I think, too, have heard of Pilates, but they don't really know what they are or how they work.
Yeah.
So the ability
Right.
to come to a class and then realize, okay, maybe this isn't for me, but I really want to try this now. You've got a lot of different options for people to try
Yes.
something. If it works, great. If it doesn't, here's the next thing on the list.
You got it. And it's funny because once we have our regulars, I know what classes they're going to come to because you try them out and then you decide, okay, like you said, this is the fit that I like. This is what I find myself gravitating toward. And it's great. But again, you have others that just like the wide variety. So you want to get a full body workout. Plus, the stretch is very important. So if you incorporate a wide variety of classes, one of our classes on our list is called Tabatas, and that usually gets people because they're like, what is that? So a Tabata is like a HIIT class, and if you don't know either of those terms, they are interval training classes. So you do a specific either aerobic work or a strength exercise for an amount of time with a rest period afterwards. So it's like a full-on workout for 20 seconds with a 10-second rest. So if anybody sees the word Tabata and they get a little confused as to, well, I don't know when to go to that class because I don't even know how to say it, you are just looking at a HIIT class, which is just meaning that you get a little rest in there, which everyone likes to hear. In the midst of the hard work, you get to break and start up again.
It's also great to keep people motivated. Years ago, my husband and I, one of our resolutions was not only were we going to get healthier and go to the gym and start working out, but it was something we were going to do together, which
Yeah.
was going to be this really cool, fun thing. And we lasted for a while. We're not still
And you're
doing
not
it. I
often,
will be honest
yeah.
to tell you that. But one of the reasons is because I got bored.
Yeah.
Going to the gym by ourselves and doing the same
Yes.
thing 2 or 3
Yeah.
times a week, I'm like, okay, I've done this now and this is boring to me. That's not
Right.
going to be a problem for people that come to see you.
Not at all, because you can take the same class 3 times a week and you'll have 3 different workouts. Every time I go in, I've got a new playlist, I've got new ideas. We do a whole different format of class than we might have done the last time I taught. It's fun because like you say, it's different. You don't really know what exactly is going to come out of that class. And I will say the friendships that have formed over the years in our studio are strong and healthy right now as much as their bodies are strong and healthy because they all look out for each other. We are like one big family. And I don't say that lightly. We really are like one big family, and we're always welcoming new people into our family. I had a new lady just pop in on Sunday, and her first thing when I saw her, she said, I already love this place. She goes, everyone was so friendly. They helped me find what I needed. I'm already in love, and I haven't even taken 5 seconds of class. And so to hear that makes me happy because then I know that everyone else is as happy for them to be there as we are as owners. And we do look out for each other. If somebody isn't in class for a few weeks, everybody's asking me, where are they? What's wrong? Is everything okay? They're looking out for them. And so we try really hard to keep that sense of camaraderie and just help each other. It's not, I think I had somebody one time say something like, I don't want to go to a class because I don't want to feel like I'm in competition with everybody else. And that's the furthest thing from the truth. First of all, no one really watches anybody but me because they're too worried about what I'm doing and they're doing their thing. Nobody really cares what anyone else is doing in that regard. They're not watching somebody going, oh my gosh, I can't believe you can't do that. It's very individualized, yet you're with your friends. So I hope that makes sense.
It makes a lot of sense, and it takes that edge off for
Yes.
someone who maybe wouldn't do it otherwise. This is a very low barrier way of A,
Yes.
getting out of the house, B, meeting new people, and C, getting in shape and
Right.
healthier all at the same
Right.
time.
And we have fun. And that's another plus because a lot of, like you say, you go to the gym and gym work is wonderful. And I do encourage everyone that is not group exercise oriented to go to Steel Valley and enjoy your workouts with the gym that we are lucky to have in town. But if you are looking for the variety, we have each other and we crack up in class and we have fun and we do dumb things. We make it a fun time to just encourage everybody to, again, want to come back and keep motivated.
Let's take a break. When we come back, you mentioned about how important it is for those of us as we age to stay
Mhm.
active. Can we talk a little bit about the broad age range of people that come and take the classes? And then we'll get details from you too on how we can register, sign up, and get more information. Can we do all that in the next segment?
Of course, that'd be perfect.
We are on the Zooms today with Marcy Campbell. She is the owner of Downtown Studios Unlimited, co owner of Downtown Studios Unlimited. Gina Hilliard is joining us because, of course, it is the Luray Page Day. Gina is president at Luray Page Chamber. We're going to come back and talk more with both of them in just a couple of minutes.
This Tuesday, April Davis will change the world. She doesn't know that yet. All she knows is that she went to justserve.org and volunteered an hour of her time. Browsing through dozens of service opportunities in her community, April decided to spend her Tuesday evening serving dinner to mothers and their children at a transitional house. She doesn't know she'll be serving a particular mother and daughter who will be spending their first night in this home. April doesn't know that the hot meal she'll serve is the first this mother and daughter will have had in a week, or that the simple smile she'll offer as she serves them will help them realize that things are going to be all right. Which is why this Tuesday, April Davis will change the world. See the difference you can make. Sign up for service opportunities in your community. Visit justserve.org.
Welcome back to the Valley today. I am your host, Janet Michael. It is Luray Page Day, so we are on the Zooms with Gina Hilliard. She is president of the Luray Page Chamber of Commerce. Her guest today is Marcy Campbell. Marcy is the co-owner of Downtown Studios Unlimited. We talked in the first segment, Marcy, about all the really cool fun classes. And you made a comment about how as we age, and I took that personally, as I should, as someone who is in
Me
her
too,
mid-50s
yeah.
and not very active. I know you were talking directly to me,
No, I
but
was not.
I would guess that's also beneficial because I feel like I would want to come to a class that has people in their 20s and 30s and in their 60s and 70s. I would want to be somewhere in that
Yes.
mid-range in a
Yeah.
group full of diverse age groups.
When I think you're going to find that primarily you fit right in the norm for what the majority of our classes have. Of course, we have a wide range. I have had kids from high school that will come in that helps with whatever athletic sport they might be in. They'll come in and they'll say, oh, it helped me in track or it helped me in basketball or whatever it might be. All the way up, ages all the way up into their 80s that are still very active. again, a key part of that is getting that strength training in and getting that balance in, because as we age, those are the things that we want to focus on so that we can do functional things in our lives. Like, how hard is it to reach at the top of the shelf and get whatever heavy thing that is up there? And if I can't do that, that's a hard thing in my life. Getting up and down off the chair and getting up and down off the floor to play with the kids or the grandkids or the pets or whatever it might be. There's little things that as we get older, we want to still be able to do. And these kind of exercises and workouts help encourage us to be able to do the functional things in life that some folks take it for granted. That's going to be available and you're going to be able to do that for life. And then you get a certain age as you're like going, that's a little hard to do now.
I'm
You
making a
know?
noise I didn't make
Yeah.
before when I get up off the
Yes,
sofa.
exactly. Exactly. And we are very familiar with people that have injuries and issues to deal with. I just had my hip replaced 5 months ago. People come in a lot and they'll be like, oh, I need my knee done, or I need this done, or I have had these things done. I have a great friend who comes to classes that's a physical therapist here in town, and she often refers her clients to work out if they need the push for a group exercise class. She'll say, try this, and here are some classes that would be good. And it's great because, again, you leave the physical therapist office and you're like, okay, well, I kind of remember what I did, but I don't really remember what I did. I don't know what else to do. It's a great place for people to find that happy in between, or a place to start if they're thinking, probably would be easier for me to get up and down off this chair if I did a little something.
Make a good point too when you talk about younger athletes. I mentioned my son earlier. He's a pitching coach for a college in Pennsylvania, and he encourages his pitchers to take yoga because
Oh,
it
for
helps
sure.
them focus. It helps them
Mhm.
control their breathing. It helps with all these
Yes.
other things that aren't necessarily exercise related, but are still
Right.
very beneficial. So a
Very
younger
much.
crowd is an important crowd.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. And stretching for them, a lot of times when you're in the athletic sport, they don't really focus on stretching because they're too busy working on their fundamentals and things. So it's a great place to come. Again, balance and stretch are huge for athletes. A lot of professional athletes take ballet or they do things that you would think are off the radar, but it's great for them. We also do a meditation class that is wonderful for folks, just especially like I wanted to say this time of the year, but it's any time of the year when you have kind of the blues or you've got the winter blues or you're just feeling a little in need of a refresh to unload everything and just clear your mind. We have a great meditation coach. His name is Rich, and he uses a sound bath. I don't know if you're familiar with that or not, but
I am, yes.
yeah, it's wonderful. It's just so relaxing. And by the time you're over, you're kind of like, was that an hour? Like a massage. You're like, oh, come on. Don't we have another 5 minutes? But that's a great place too for folks that just need something to unwind and gain your balance in your brain. We also do offer a karate class on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So for some of our younger kids, that is a place where they could come, learn the basics. Jeremiah is wonderful. He takes ages 6 to adult, actually.
Oh.
Yeah, and beginner levels through, has had some black belts come through, and we have a lot of the equipment and things that they use for that. Going hand in hand with that, next door to us is the Forever Dancing Studio, which offers jujitsu, which is different than karate, but similar ideas. And they also offer Zumba, which we have paired up with if anybody would want a dual membership for Zumba and group exercise with us, we offer that as well.
That makes it really handy. So you can get the full breadth
Yes.
of all of
Yeah.
the options available.
Because I really think that any of us in the fitness industry, we're not in it just for ourselves. We're in it to promote health and well-being, regardless if they come to us or they go somewhere else for it. So it's all about just taking control of how you want to manage your own health and hopefully make that a priority in your life. Because we
It's a much
often
higher
don't.
calling, I think, in a
Yeah.
lot of cases, because you're right.
Yeah.
Nobody is going to get rich from owning
Right.
a fitness studio. I mean, I think
Ever,
we've all,
ever.
Richard Simmons did it, but that was a whole different thing. That was a
Yeah,
whole different
ever.
way of doing
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
But it's
It,
because you
that's
really
not,
want to have a healthier community around you and you really want to help people.
yes.
That's usually the driving
Yes.
force behind why someone would open a business
It
like
is.
yours.
Yes.
So, for someone that's listening and you have at least piqued their interest and they are thinking, okay, maybe I will give this a shot, what should they do? Should they check you out on your website? Should they find you on social? Should they just stop in? What should be the best first step?
Stopping in would be kind of hard because we aren't open 24/7. Basically, we're open whenever we have classes. So there's not like a front desk. There's nothing that you check in. We have our own personal way of doing that. The easiest way to get a hold of us is Facebook. We have our Facebook page. We have our website, which is downtownstudiosunlimited.com. It has all the class lists for the week. It has a sign up page on there where you can sign up for the classes, which is very helpful for us. So we know who's planning to come, especially if it's some new name I have not seen before, and that can help me get in touch with that person, find out a little background, and help lead them toward a more tailored class to fit them. And also on there is my number. So if people text, it comes to me.
So I'm sort of hoping your phone starts blowing up, but then I feel
I
bad if your phone
know, I
starts
know.
blowing
It's
up.
okay. It's all right if it does. It does every day, so it's okay.
Gina, I feel like this is one of those things where it would be a great women in business place to go and do a class for.
It absolutely would.
Yeah.
And I actually have a planning coming up with our sponsor to go over what our 2026 looks like as far as our different activities. So we could definitely add that in to where everybody comes dressed
To work
casual to work out and maybe get a sample of each class. And then that way the ladies in the community get a little bit of taste and experience. So that sounds like a
works.
great
Yeah,
idea.
I love that.
What else do you have coming up left in January, Gina?
So we have two events for the rest of this month. We have next our Women in Business, speaking of, a paint and sip with Cameo Galleries. This is going to take place on Thursday, January 22nd from 5:30 to 7 p.m. And we are going to be hosting it at Castle Vineyard. With our Women in Business, we do these monthly and we just rotate whether it's going to be an activity or a speaker or just a networking social. So kicking it off for January, we are doing a paint and sip with Cameo Galleries. She's going to be doing a winter scene, I believe, with a cardinal in it, but you can be artistic and add to it and do different things and go away from what she has as the original painting. The last class we did sold out, so we do have to reserve only 20 spots for participants. So if you are interested, we have a few spots left, so please sign up. The deadline is coming up or until the seats are sold out. So if you can make it for Thursday, January 22nd for Women in Business Paint and Sip, reach out to us. And then our last event of the month is going to be our annual business networking breakfast. And this is where we bring out all of our local elected officials. Rather, they are brand new and just got voted in and took office in January, or if they are returning elected officials, but Town of Luray, Town of Stanley, Town of Shenandoah, Page County Board of Supervisors, the Page County Public School System School Board. So any elected officials within the county and the three towns, they come and they are our guests. And then we want the community and the business community to come and just be able to network with them, ask any questions, to engage with them. This is just a great time to build that relationship with our elected officials, find out what their goals are for 2026. If you have any concerns, whether it be personal reasons or if you own a business in the community, it's just a great opportunity. And then we get a wonderful breakfast that is catered by Heartfelt Events at the same time. And this will take place on Tuesday, January 27th from 7:30 to 9 a.m. And it will take place at the Luray Fire Department in their social hall upstairs.
You don't often get an opportunity like this in an informal type setting to meet your elected officials. Sometimes you got to make an appointment and they usually also have full-time jobs. So it's hard to be able to coordinate when you want to have a conversation with them. This is a great starting point for something like that.
It is. It's a great meet and mingle with your leaders all in one room. Now, all of them can't make it, but majority of them do. Hear firsthand their goals, create meaningful dialogue just to go over different issues and opportunities opportunities that are impacting our community. That way, if it's something that's not on their radar, now it's going to be on their radar if they are concerned, and we elect them in these positions. So they should be listening to what our concerns are.
And I want to give a plug. You mentioned Cameo Galleries doing the paint and sip. I want to give her a plug because she came and did our LinkedIn class. She did headshots for us at the last LinkedIn class that I did for the chamber. And I am already using that photo. She did an outstanding job of doing those headshots. And I am incredibly picky. I am my own worst critic. And so I looked at that and went, oh my gosh, that actually looks good. I'm going to put that somewhere.
I'm the same way. I'm very critical of any pictures I take, but yeah, she does an amazing job. We partner with her quite a bit on different things.
So where can people find a list of all of the things that are happening chamber-wise? Is the website the best first place to go?
Well, we have all kinds of great options. Yes, all of our events are listed on our website at visitLurayPage.com or on our Facebook page. We also make events based off of all of our events that we have coming up. They could email us. They could call us. The email is info@luraypage.com, or the phone number is 540-743-3915. We also have a weekly email that goes out. We call In the Loop, that comes out every Monday, that has all of our events. So if you're not on that and you want to receive those emails, please sign up and let us know. We'll be happy to add you to that list. So not only do you get our information, but then you get all of our members' information that they want us to share in that as well. So it's just a great way to know what's happening for the week or what's coming up down the road. So all kinds of avenues to learn all about our events as well as our members in our community.
Marcy, thank you for taking the time to give me some background on Downtown Studios today.
You are more than welcome. Yes, and we hope to see some new faces within the next few weeks. So we'll keep our fingers crossed.
Gina, we've got to work out what kind of marketing classes we're going to be doing together in 2026. But regardless, I know I'm going to talk to you again in February.
Yes, and I agree. Yeah, we need to get rolling with that, get that on the calendar, and I look forward to whatever those are. Those are always a great asset of having, and thank you so much for partnering with us to do those.
Absolutely. I will be back tomorrow. We're going to get an update from Winchester Co-op Market. They have an event coming up next week that they're going to give us details for. So meet me back here for that brand new episode of The Valley today, just a few minutes after noon.